rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear humanity, dear human beings or living human beings on planet Earth today, I have come again with a cautious warning to men and women of modern times and their conjectured beliefs, which has become a problem to every living human being, because if men of what you call men of modern times, the trade that takes place in every section of the world is death, either weapons in terms of missiles, guns, and what have you, and also in things like food and what have you. I don't know whether people understand that language, but the trade, what you call trade, in modern times, men are trading in death. You find governments that the government has to sign a contract, because the government buying weapons, they don't say we pay cash. They will say to you, we give you how many tons of such and such guns and ballistic missiles do you want? You take whatever you take, or how many tons. You pay us when you get the money. That's the business which I'm saying today, that men and women are trading. The trade in what you call modern times is death. Trading in whatever the things that harm human beings in one way or the other, causing the bloodshed of innocent women and children. Why have I come up with this topic? It's because you as living human beings on planet Earth today, your eyes cannot see the dangers that are open to souls that can see. The dangers. Men and women of modern times, you hear of atrocities. At present, there has been an atrocity which has been going on, what we call a live broadcast Holocaust, in a place called Palestine, or Israel. They call it Israel, but it's called Palestine. This is a Holocaust. I said it the very day that Holocaust started. That this is not a war. This is not a war, it's a Holocaust. Because what you people do not understand, as men trade in death crossing seas, tons and tons of guns being shipped from one end of the world to the other, either in containers on ships. They also have to be what you call, because with it, men have lost the worthiness of themselves. They find entertainment. They find entertainment in atrocities, the bloodshed of one another. They find that very interesting. That's why you see a live broadcast Holocaust that is going on in Palestine. Men and women who are drunk, intoxicated with the blood of shedding blood. They find it entertainment. They don't call it news. They are entertainment kind of not documentary, but entertainment kind of whatever that modern men think that it should be on their tables every other hour. So, with my traditional African men and women, This warning is coming directly to you, that Africans, first of all, you've got to glorify Allah, the most holy, glorified, Almighty Allah. You've got to thank Allah. You've got to praise and thank Allah for whatever beauty that He gave to you as Africans. Wealth. He made the continent of Africa. Every grain of sand on the continent of Africa is gold, wealth. Because from Africa, whatever, these are people that bring guns to Africans, whatever they can grab, so long as they give you a gun, and when you give you a gun, he goes behind whatever, and you find him with a bottle of, a kind of a shining bottle of champagne, or whatever. He has given you a gun and an assault rifle. He runs around and he sets up a trap of a bottle of whatever. As soon as you put it in your body, drinking, and you become intoxicated, you will not know that you are holding a very deadly weapon which can shed blood of your own people. With that, my people, Africans, you are a people whom Allah loved so much for centuries, making Africa one of the continents with wealth. Whatever you need, whatever you think you need to survive, you can only get it from the continent of Africa. So my brothers, African brothers, they were kind of pulled and whatever, put in an angle. They were, whatever they imposed a culture. They study a foreign, foreign culture. Because each government who took colony, if it was France that colonized you, they taught you, they put in your heads what was their interest. What was in their interest? If it is the Portuguese that colonized you, they put in your heads what was in their interest. If it is the English that colonized you, they put in your heads what was in their interest. When I mean interest, you will say, whatever, this is how we do things. Yet, you as Africans, you've lived for centuries and centuries and centuries without being either kind of in a conflict with your Creator. But today, men and women of the African race enter the conflict with their Creator, with their own bodies. Because in modern times, you find girls who have kind of bleed, use what we call bleaching, whatever, on their skin. We realize that is cancer straight away in a black skin body. Whatever that thing that you apply that makes your body move from its natural created structures, whatever you apply that remove your natural black complexion, that is cancer. Cancer straight away, whether you like it or not. So we do that. You as young women and young women especially, you are in conflict with your own bodies, with your Creator. You are in conflict with your own bodies. And for your information, if you are struck by a cancer disease, nobody's going to sit in the hospital and say, oh, I am a friend of Joanna, I'll sit in her whatever, and she goes and enjoy herself. No, it will be you, strapped to the bed and kind of rested with chemotherapy, which is chemotherapy itself is a punishment to the human body. Because you went in confrontation with your creator, with your own whatever, with your own body, with your own soul. Thinking that, when I look in the mirror, I don't see myself as beautiful. What do you know about beauty? Do you think he who gave you whatever, whom created you and gave you a beautiful body, protected by the however dark your skin is, that is how powerful it's protected from any whatever that may kind of come from outside as either parasites or disease, what have you. Whereas a light skin can easily be kind of shredded into useless and worthless whatever. So my people, the reason why I started this today is to all men and women of Africa, the African whatever, that a few months ago I went to countries like Guinea-Bissau and Ghana and Nigeria, and I found men drumming the whatever, that there's a Ahmadiyya religion, there is a Shia religion, and those are all behind the classified as Muslims. The Ahmadiyya, the Shia, and so many other sects. With that, you have also the Pentecost, Christian, so many different things that describe the lives of men and women today on the continent of Africa. My people, as Africans, there are things, as I told you, we gave Africa everything that they need to survive. Wealth. But if you look at Africans today, I looked at countries whereby they shouldn't even import used clothes to wear on the street, so to brace used clothes in their children. But that's what they wear. A man wears a dress either in Germany or Europe, and then after 3 days he sends it to Africa. Because this poverty, what you call poverty, whatever that is imposed in Africa, it is intentional, strapped around your necks by either the interest of a country that colonized you, in order that it can steal whatever wealth is in your country. Some of these countries, African countries, they have wealth, and they have whatever, in terms of, but their people have been turned into open laboratory, whatever, guinea pigs, which are played on by conglomerate pharmaceuticals. Conglomerate pharmaceutical companies, and conglomerate pharmaceutical companies are owned by individual men. When a man produces 10 tablets, they say they treat AIDS. Today he'll have a new whatever. After 10 days there'll be another one. And with that, they accompany it with alcohol, shining bottles of alcohol, so that girls can get drunk and get more AIDS in their bodies. Being drunk, that means even also bleaching your skin, raping yourselves as living human beings. Raping yourselves. So with that, men and women of modern times, wake up, especially you Africans, because when you speak of Holocaust, the worst Holocaust has not happened to anybody else but to black African men and women. The worst Holocaust that it started many years ago. And I think now, in this present time, it has reached its peak. It has reached its peak. Whereby Men and women, if you're not shot by bullets, you'll be put down by disease, kind of hidden and whatever, as a tablet, or from a conglomerate pharmaceutical or manufacturer, or a cosmetic, whatever that will be put on your skin, and it wraps every cell that keeps a living human being normal. My people, the African origin, the African descent, I'm not a racist, but when I look at what is going on this planet, I'm kind of shocked, and I find it very, very difficult to keep it inside me. Whereas when I see my people on the verge of extinction, many people, when I tell them that you men modern men and women, you've come, Africans especially, you've come across the Chinese people. The Chinese people never took any African as slaves. Never. They never did that. Why? Do you know why? Because many, many years ago, I lived in China. I lived 3 miles from what you call the Forbidden City, southwest of the Forbidden City. If you had to go in China today, in the what you call the Forbidden City, and you look southwest, which I will not give you the exact degree, there is a 3 miles, there is a location, there is a place with a name which identifies me that this is a living being, that there was a living being that used to live on this land, who taught every Chinese to abstain from alcohol consumption. And for centuries, the Chinese women were very fertile women. Very, very fertile, very, very intelligent. They were very, very intelligent, very fertile women. The Chinese men and women were very intelligent men, because they respected the dignities of every Chinese, every citizen of their land. With that, when we warned them that there will be a race, a people with life pressure from either psychological mutilation of other living beings, like the spilling of blood of one another. There will be a tribe which will be the life pressure from physical and psychological mutilation of others. With that, every whatever king that ruled the dynasties of the Chinese, they built what you call the Great Wall of China, which is even visible from space, to defend their people from contamination of the men and women who live pressure from either psychological mutilation or physical mutilation and bloodshed of others. So, I'm saying these things that as Africans, or human beings on planet Earth today, you cannot see how deadly your lives are, because the trade that takes place around the world is trading in death, weapons. With that, I said to you, my people, a few days ago that the doors of extinction of human beings are getting wider, and wider, very, very fast. And once they open, wide open, no human being can shut them. Because, as I said, trade today, the most, whatever commodities that are exchanged, whatever, what you call financial markets and whatever, these are weapons. Either shipping whatever to go to war in Ukraine, Russia, or Africa, or whatever. And some are rehearsing year after year, how do we exterminate this nation? How do we exterminate this nation? There are rehearsals, what you call whatever, I don't know, they rehearse every year, whatever. How do we exterminate this sister nation of the other sister nation? And that's a part of the entertainment, cruel entertainment, physical and psychological mutilation of others as a part of entertainment to promote worthlessness of human life, to desecrate the sanctity of life on planet Earth. Because men and women, they spend 365 days of the year manufacturing ballistic missiles. Because atrocities are, I don't know, it's a part of TV entertainment. If you look at people who are watching either CNN when it's broadcasting the war in Russia or BBC or whatever, you start the numbers are very high. Do you think they are high because people are concerned that what is going on is hurting people? No. It's because it's a part of daily entertainment. My people, some of you, when I say these things, you find yourselves very uncomfortable. Some of you have murdered me countless times. You've slaughtered me. You've murdered me countless times when I say these things. But then I warn you that each time my body was mutilated because of my whatever condemnation of what is going on this planet, whatever that mutilation that was done to me was recorded. Not in the books of men, not in the books of men, but up above you, on the horizons. On the horizons. And I say each mutilation of me will be explained in great detail to human beings that are kind of walking on planet Earth. Either by, we roast them. We take away what the treasures food. Because you spend 365 days manufacturing weapons. What do you need? What do you need food for? You spend 365 days of the year manufacturing weapons. And these are weapons of mass destruction. What do you need food for? We ask, what do you need food for? My people, I came with the warning to the Africans that your ancestors were wise men who lived with all beings. We use, there are still places like national parks in Kenya, where men, the Maasais, the tribes of great wise men, they live side by side with lions, zebras, elephants. Not because they are, but because that's a part of the way we used to live, which kept our whatever relationship with the environment respectful. As I say, some of you modern men, a few weeks ago you saw the people, the boys, young men of Kenya, in battle with whatever the government of our government, whatever of Kenya, saying that you will impose the tax on us, a strangling tax on every Kenyan citizen, a strangling tax. Unless Kenya can produce enough tomatoes, enough fruits to feed half of the Chinese population, to feed half of the European population. But because the kind of education, colonial, whatever the legacy which was left to them is to strong that ability to free yourself, that you always be either, anyway, every country which was colonized by another whatever, they left a very dirty things that have made our people, young men throwing themselves or in front of bullet whatever. And these men were aiming the guns to young Kenyans are their fathers. Their fathers. A man who is either Mr. Kamau, a Kenyan or whatever, but trained to be a sharpshooter. So in a young boy, his son says, Dad, the taxes on us are strangling every dope of life out of us. The father says, no, that is what they left with us. My people, as I said, the many times that have been killed, either by those who are recruited by those who say, they say this man is so loud. Yes, I'm loud because I see when you do trade in death, some African, whatever they produce, very beautiful food. They send it to Europe. What do the Europeans send back to the Africans? What do they send back to Africans? I leave you to answer that. So, my people of the African, whatever, wake up. Wake up before the anger of Allah turns against you. Wake up before the anger of Allah turns against you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.